Hello students, welcome back to another episode of Brain Blitz Audios. Today, in this episode of NEET preparation, we're going to be looking at questions of biology asked in previous years of medical entrance examinations in India. Today, we're dealing with the living world. This is the first chapter in the grade 11 syllabus of CBSE. So that's the syllabus from which we get questions of the living world. So this chapter is really important because it gives us a base on which we can build on with other lessons as we study throughout grade 11. So let's look at some questions which were asked in previous years of medical entrance exams. Our first question was asked in 2003. Biosystematics aims at. We have 4 definitions. Which of these is the correct one? Let's look at definition A. The classification of organisms based on broad morphological characters. Now, this particular definition is true for artificial classification. So therefore, option A is incorrect. What about option B? Delimiting various taxa of organisms and establishing their relationships. Well, this definition can be put under taxonomic methods. So therefore, option B is also incorrect. Now, what about option D? Identification and arrangement of organisms on the basis of their cytological characteristics. Well, the term cytological characteristics would mean that this definition holds true for cytotaxonomy. So that means option D is also incorrect. The correct option is option C. Biosystematics aims at the classification of organisms based on their evolutionary history and establishing their phylogeny on the totality of various parameters from all fields of studies. Basically, it combines natural classification along with evolutionary history, and that's what we call biosystematics. So option C is the correct option for this question asked in 2003. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following is less general in characters as compared to genus? So when we look at the taxonomic hierarchy, we will have 7 obligate taxons present here, and these taxons are kingdom, phylum or division. Phylum is used for animals, division is used for plants. Then we have class, and then order. Then we have family, genus, and finally species. Now, when we look at characters, we can see a broad trend across the 7 obligate taxons. When we look at general characters, you can see that the amount of general characters increase as we move from species to kingdom. And if we look at common characters, well, they increase as we move from kingdom to species. Now, kingdom is the largest taxon and species is the smallest. So that means the number of general characters decreases as we move towards the smaller taxons. Now, here the question is asking us which of the following has less general characters compared to genus. So if we look at genus in the taxonomic hierarchy, genus is the second smallest taxon. So therefore, the only taxon which has characters less general than genus would be species, because species is the smallest. So among the following options, option A has to be correct. If you look at division, division is the second biggest of the taxon, so therefore it has more number of general characters. Class is the third biggest, so therefore it also has more general characters. Family comes just above genus, so that means it has more general characters. So among the four options, option A is the correct option for this question, which was asked in 2001. Now let's look at this question. The book Genera Plantarum was written by Engler and Prantl, Bentham and Hooker, Bessey, Hutchinson. So let's look at each of the options. The most famous and the most important work of Engler and Prantl is titled Die Natürlichen Pflanzen Familien. So therefore option A is incorrect. What about option D, Hutchinson? Now Hutchinson wrote a book which was titled The Families of Flowering Plants. So therefore option D is incorrect, and option C is Bessey. So Bessey is the Canadian botanist who has written the work The Essentials of Botany. So therefore option C, Bessey, would be incorrect, as his book is titled The Essentials of Botany. The correct option would be option B, the second option that says Bentham and Hooker. Bentham and Hooker wrote the book Genera Plantarum, from which a lot of information has been taken about taxonomy and classification and so on. So therefore option B is the correct option for this question asked in 1999. Next question. Taxon is the unit of a group of order, taxonomy, species, genes. Well, if we look at the following options, a group of genes, preferably a group of the entire genes of a human body, is titled the genome. So option D is incorrect. Option C, species. Well, a group of species which are related together is known as genus. So option C is incorrect. Option A, order. A group of orders which are related together is known as a class. So therefore option A is also incorrect. The correct answer is option B, taxonomy. Now the thing is, each of the 7 categories, such as kingdom, phylum or division, class, order, family, genus, and species, each of them can be referred to as taxon. Because when we're looking at the taxonomic hierarchy, every single unit is called a taxon. So the most appropriate option would be option B, taxonomy, because the word taxon can be used for any group. You can use it for order, you can use it for species, you can use it for phylum, etc. You can't use it for genes because they're not part of the taxonomic hierarchy. So therefore option B is the correct option for this question, which was asked in 1996. Let's look at this question. Linnaeus, Carolus Linnaeus, is credited with binomial nomenclature, theory of biogenesis, discovery of the microscope, discovery of blood circulation. Now, let's look at the following options. Option D is discovery of blood circulation, and it has been generally attributed to William Harvey. So option D is incorrect. Option C is discovery of microscope. This has been attributed to the scientist Galileo, who had but there are also others such as Jacob Jacobius Johnson, who has been credited with the discovery of the microscope. So that means option C is also incorrect. The theory of biogenesis, which states that cells arrive from pre-existing biogenetic matter. This rhymes closely with omnis cellula e cellula, the third statement of the cell theory, which is not surprising because both of them are given by Rudolf Virchow. So that means option B is also incorrect. The correct answer is option A, binomial nomenclature. It is with regards to binomial nomenclature, the present system of naming, that Linnaeus is credited with. So option A is the correct option for this question asked in 1993. Now let's look at this question. Which of these sequences of taxonomic categories is correct? We have 4 options given here. And we need to choose which one is correct here. And the catch is that these categories are supposedly in descending order. So that means the higher category comes first, the higher taxon comes first, and then the lower ones. So let's look at each of our options. Option A says class, phylum, tribe, order, family, genus, species. Immediately, you notice a problem. In the taxonomic hierarchy that we've studied, let's write it down. We have kingdom as the largest, then we have phylum or division, then we have class, then we have order, genus, before genus you have family, and then you have genus, and finally species. Now these are the 7 obligate categories. You have also other categories such as tribe, which is present in between family and genus. So let's look at option A. In option A, it says that class is larger than phylum. However, that is wrong because we know that phylum is the higher taxonomic category. So that means option A is incorrect. What about option B? Division, class, family, tribe, order, genus, species. Now, division or phylum is bigger than class, but over here, in the original hierarchy, family comes below order. However, it says here that family is larger than tribe, which is larger than order. Whereas, in fact, order is larger than family. So that means option B is also incorrect. Now, let's look at option D, the last one. It says phylum, order, class, tribe, family, genus, species. Now, over here, phylum is given first, but then order comes second, whereas order actually comes lower than class. So order is a lower taxonomic category. That means option D is also incorrect. The correct option is option C, division, class, order, family, tribe, genus, and species. So this is the correct one because all the obligate categories are listed correctly, and even the unobligate category, that's the non-obligate category, which is the tribe, is also listed correctly as lower than family. So therefore option C is the correct sequence, and it is the correct option for this question asked in 1992. Next question. The term phylum was given by Cuvier, Haeckel, Theophrastus, Linnaeus. Well, if we look at the 4 options, you can see that Linnaeus is automatically out because Linnaeus is credited with binomial nomenclature. So he devised the method that should be used to name animals. However, these systems of classification such as kingdom, phylum, order, etc., they're all present before or even after. They were created before or even after Linnaeus gave his binomial nomenclature. So therefore option D is incorrect. Linnaeus is only credited with the nomenclature. Next, we have option C, Theophrastus. Now, Theophrastus is credited as the father of botany. He was a student of Aristotle, the father of zoology, and he had studied many plants in ancient times. So therefore, his contribution is being the father of botany, having started the science of botany. So option C is incorrect. Now, what about option B, Haeckel? Well, Haeckel did coin terms, but those were other terms such as ecology and ontogeny, phylogeny. So those were terms which were coined by Ernst Haeckel. So option B is incorrect. The correct answer is option A, Cuvier. The scientist Cuvier was the person who first coined the term phylum, and it is given as, and phylum is defined as a collection of related classes with some general characters. So therefore option A is the correct option for this question, again asked in 1992. Here's a question that was asked twice in 1992 as well as 1991. A group of plants or animals with similar traits of any rank is called species, genus, order, taxon. Which of these is correct? Well, if we look at species, the term species itself is a specific rank. So these are organisms, plants, animals, or others, which are able to reproduce freely amongst themselves. So this is a specific rank. So option A is incorrect. Now, genus again is a specific rank. So genus is a collection of related species with some general characters, with some common characters, but they cannot reproduce between species. So therefore option B is also specific, so it's incorrect. Order is a collection of families, which basically means a bigger collection of genuses. So therefore order is also a specific rank, so therefore option C is incorrect. The correct answer is option D, taxon. The reason why is given in the question. The question is asking us to name a group of plants or animals with similar traits of any rank. So the rank can be at the kingdom level, it can be at the phylum, it can be at family, it can be at order, it can be at class, it can be at species, it can also even be at genus. So as long as the plants or animals have similar traits and they can be in any rank, they're called taxon. So a group of animals which are in the same species are also under a taxon, because species is a taxon. A similar rationalization can be taken for other options. So here, since the question is asking us for any rank, just writing species, genus, or order would make it incorrect, because these are specific ranks, while option D, taxon, the word taxon is used for any rank in the taxonomic hierarchy. It's the basic unit, so therefore option D is the correct option for this question asked in 1992 as well as 1991. We have another question asked in two instances, 1992 as well as 1990. This question is also related to taxon. A taxon is A, a group of related families, B, a group of related species, C, a type of living organisms, D, a taxonomic group of any ranking. So option A, a group of related families, is specifically called order. So while order is a taxon, we can't write that as a particular definition because it would make it too specific. So option A is incorrect. So it's not the most appropriate. Similarly, a group of related species is called genus. While genus is a taxon, it is not the only one. So again, this will not be the most appropriate. A type of living organisms, again, this can refer to any amount of any type of organisms, and we usually classify those into kingdoms, which again is a taxon but not a particular type. So all kingdoms are taxons, but all taxons are not kingdoms. That's the rationalization we have to use. So option C is incorrect. The correct answer is option D, a taxonomic group of any ranking. The thing is, a taxon, as we've said earlier, a taxon can be used for families, for orders, for genuses, for species, etc. And that's why option D is the most appropriate one. It's the most appropriate option which for this question asked in 1992 as well as 1990. Now, the next question. This one was asked in 1990. The basic unit, or the smallest taxon of taxonomy or classification, is species, kingdom, family, variety. Now, here we're talking about basic unit. So the term basic unit, the basic taxon, applies to the 7 obligate taxons in the taxonomic hierarchy. So we have 4 options here. Option D says variety, and variety is a taxon which is smaller than species. But the thing is, variety is not basic, and also it's not obligate. So that means option D is incorrect. Option C, family, is a collection of genuses, so it's not the smallest. That's incorrect. Kingdom is the largest, so therefore it's definitely not the basic unit, so option B is incorrect. The correct answer is A, species. Species is the smallest obligate taxon. So therefore it is taken as the basic unit since animals of the same species can reproduce freely. So therefore option A is the correct option for this question asked in 1990. Next question. This one was asked in 1990 as well. Linnaeus evolved a system of nomenclature called monomial, vernacular, binomial, polynomial. Now, Linnaeus' system for nomenclature gave 2 Latin names for each organism. So the term Linnaeus would definitely bring to you the answer binomial nomenclature, but then let's solve it in a particular way. So binomial means you have 2 Latin names for each organism. So that means you have to write the genus and then the specific epithet. So that means you need 2 names for this system of nomenclature. Option A is incorrect because mono means 1. Option B is incorrect because the term vernacular refers to language terms. It also means local names, so option B is incorrect. Option D, polynomial, is also incorrect because poly means many, and it can apply to a range of systems. You can have trinomials, you can have nomenclatures with 3 names, 4 names, 5 names, and they are all called polynomials. So option D is incorrect. The most appropriate option is option C, binomial nomenclature. Bi means 2, so binomial nomenclature means you should have 2 names, and since Linnaeus evolved the system, he used a dead language, that's Latin, so you have to use Latin names or names which are Latinized. So option C, binomial, is the correct answer for this question asked in 1990. Now, let's look at this question. The term new systematics was introduced by Bentham and Hooker, Linnaeus, Julian Huxley, A.P. de Candolle. So we have 4 options. Let's look at each of them. Now, Bentham and Hooker is associated with writing the book Genera Plantarum, so therefore option A is incorrect. Linnaeus is associated with binomial nomenclature, so therefore option B is also incorrect. A.P. de Candolle was the person who discovered convergent evolution, so therefore option D is also incorrect. The correct answer is option C, Julian Huxley. So therefore the correct answer for this question asked in 1998 is Julian Huxley, which is option C. Now, this is the final question of this episode. The static concept of species was first put forward by de Candolle, Linnaeus, Theophrastus, Darwin. Now, the term Darwin is associated with the theory of evolution, survival of the fittest, and so on. So therefore option D is incorrect. De Candolle is associated with convergent evolution. So therefore option A is also incorrect. Linnaeus is associated with binomial nomenclature. So therefore the correct answer is option C, Theophrastus. Remember, Theophrastus is the father of botany. So he was the person who first put the static concept of a species or a group of animals which are free to reproduce among themselves. So option C, Theophrastus, is the correct option for this question asked in 1988. So as you can see, as we've discussed all of the questions, 13 questions in fact, but we've discussed every option, so that made it infinite times more better than from any other source. So we hope you found this episode interesting. For more of our useful and interesting content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, which is Brain Blitz Audios. If you want to get access to other videos of this chapter or of any chapter from NEET preparation, then don't forget to hit the playlist in the description box down below. So, until the next episode, take care, stay safe, bye-bye for now.